back again? Are we streaming again? Is that the thing? Maybe? If we're back, welcome. Hopefully, the internet is fixed. Who knows? It appears to be streaming, if not at a very strong speed, at least at something. So that's good. Alright, I've got a Christmas party to go to next month. Yay! That's exciting. I just have to see if anyone actually showed up for my birthday this week. I have no idea what the fuck's going on with that. And it turned into a mess, honestly. But whatever, I'll get some fun art done, and then no one's there, I'll just dress up and go out to a bar. So, we'll see. Hazards of being new in a city. Alright, that looks like it is actually streaming. Okay, good. Wow, wonderful. Hey, One Man Me, how's it going? Hope you're having a good day. Mine's been a little bit wonky tonight because my internet keeps being a bit of a problem. But overall, it's been a good night. I wonder if I'm hurting myself. I never actually filed these down. The dog looks like a tune. I know, right? Well, now she just looks like, thanks, Sugar, for showing off your best side. Full-on rumpled bread loaf. Hi, there's your face. Beautiful. And she's like, this bread loaf was sleeping. You can't have been sleeping that much. You only rumbled over there 30 seconds ago. She's like, I was asleep. Sorry, Sugar. I'll never do it again. That's a total fucking lie. I will do it again. I will bother that dog for the low, low price of like 400 Twitch points or whatever the fuck. Gold or whatever the fuck I called them. Tell you the truth, I'll bother that dog for no Twitch points. Let's do this not directly over top of my keyboard if I'm going to spend 5 minutes filing these down, which I think I am, because I'm bored and distracted and I don't want to do work. Seems like a great way to deal with that. I am sanding sanders because if you don't sand them, the edges are really sharp, and then you put them next to your skin, and so the sharp edges hurt you if you don't. But if you file them on each other, they just hurt anymore. I smooth them out. I just got a whole bunch of new ones in the mail, so they're all fresh and sharp and dangerous. What have you been up to today? Is your life as exciting as mine? Yeah, girl stuff. Gathering wood in a monstrous wood storm. Whereabouts are you in the world? Because, yeah, there's a lot of nasty stuff going on. I know, BC is flooding, and Alberta has a windstorm, and, yeah, it's just kind of a mess all over, isn't it? If that's too loud, let me know, and I will not do it when the mic's on. Northwest corner of the U.S. Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, you're probably getting lots of rain and that kind of stuff. Why is my chat not working? Crazy how much of a difference it makes. Like, you can tell which ones you've done and which ones you haven't done. And I'm not even doing a really good job on it. I do like pastels, yes. You can tell by everything I own. Yeah, I like gold and I like pastels. So I don't know. Yeah, actually I bought all these because they're all like different colored rainbow pastels, which was pretty. Oh, I was just thinking I'm like trying to like sort out stuff for my birthday this week, but I was gonna plan like a birthday stream watch along or something party. I should actually plan that, shouldn't I? For Friday or Saturday or something. What else have you been up to? One man me? Besides avoiding the evil weather. Just threw that. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Work, and some play here and there. Yeah, that's how I feel. Oh, work. When it's dumb, because I know I'm taking, like, Saturday off this week, so I'm like, oh, okay, that's one of the days I usually work. So it's like I have to work an extra day this week, so it's why I'm working today on Monday. I really don't want to take another day off when I'm still trying to, I don't know, prepare for Christmas and actually have some money to spend for Christmas would be nice. I feel like I spent all my money this year. I'm supposed to be saving. Did not save. Did not save at all. Oh, I'm kind of mad at myself. I had such good saving goals. Didn't do it. And I was doing really well for a while there. And then I just started spending money instead of saving it. Inflation doesn't help. I agree. Can we just put a stop to that? I was actually watching this really good economics video about why inflation happens and how countries actually use inflation and credit and how it's all related. It was really interesting. Okay, almost done here. I'm almost done with the obnoxious filing here. 4 more. And they go in sets of 2s. Ow, and I hurt myself. Like I said, I bought a whole bunch. They're all brand new. So they're all super sharp. Oh my god, that's old. That's new. Okay, that's all of them. Fucking done. Yay. That's a really long time if you're doing normal nails, but since I'm doing acrylics, they don't last as long. I'm glad I put my keyboard out of the way. There's dust everywhere. They don't last as long with acrylic nails because it's like a harder material than natural nail. You also need rougher files, which means they're sharper. But they do last a really long time. I just need new ones. I probably buy new ones. I don't buy this many. Usually, this is like 3 times as many as I usually buy it. I usually buy like a pack of 10. Maybe once a year. But these are on sale, so I just grabbed a whole bunch. They don't go bad. They're cheap, so they're stock up. But it's nice to have a bunch because then You can kind of keep them everywhere. Oh, timer's done. I do not. Actually, I need to turn the volume up on this. It's not very loud, so I can actually hear it when it goes off. Oh, where I am, it's the middle of the night. I just have really good daylight bulbs. That's actually one of the reasons I like the Pomodoro system, because I'm ADD, so I have a really bad sense of time by default. So, yeah, that way it kind of gives me a little bit of a track of how much time I'm wasting or working. Theoretically, I could be working. I wasn't that time, but I could have been. I could have been. Although this day is just so fucking weird for me. I don't know, it's just been a mess. It hasn't been a mess, it's just been weird. I shouldn't say it's been a mess. I know, it looks like mid-afternoon. No, it's really funny. I was looking back on my streams because I upload them to YouTube. And it was so funny because you could tell the one stream that was actually daytime because it had such a blue tint to it, whereas all the ones that are nighttime ones look the same except they don't have the blue tint. So it's really funny. It's like, oh, I could pick out the one that was actually daylight. And I didn't notice that until I was looking back at them. And also update this, because I have finished at least one fucking paper today. It's not very damn many. Computer, you're so slow. Why are you so slow? Here we go. Yeah, and I feel like that's not helping my my sleep schedule either because it gets dark so soon now, and so it's like, well, it's just night all the fucking time. So it's like I have no... Even if I get up when I should, like kind of pre-noon, it's like, okay, well, I'm only get like 4 hours of sunlight, so what's the fucking point? And then I just stay up late instead and sleep in late. And that's a terrible schedule. Whereas in the summer I was doing really well. I was actually usually starting work at... That's when I set my stupid schedule on Twitch. I'm like, 1 p.m. every day. That's fine. That'll work forever. It did not work forever. Spoiler alert. Yeah, these ones are a little bit tame compared to the ones I had on October. I'm trying to keep them pretty small this month because I want them to be able to fit in my gloves. But they actually ended up a little bit too long, so I think they're going to end up a bit shorter, honestly, to tell you the truth. I don't like, sometimes I poke holes in my gloves and I don't want to do that because they're nice gloves. Yeah, lethal weapons to my gloves. Right? No, sometimes I go crazy and they get really sharp. These ones are tame. Hey Ty, how's it going? I'm just wasting time here not working. Because I'm stressed about my stupid plans this week and I have no idea what's going to happen. I'll have a good time anyways. Just need to remember that. I'm pretty easy to please. No, my plants are actually doing really well. The jasmine plant is still growing like a goddamn weed. I'm just crazy balls. Just sharpening, I mean sanding. It can be both. You know, I made plans for a party on Saturday, and then I met this other girl who's also having a birthday at the same time as me, and then she didn't tell me that she was going to do her party on Saturday too, and we're both like in peripherally the same friends group, but like also we're both relatively new in town, so neither one of us like know that many people, period. So it's like, oh my god, why are we doing this on the same fucking day? Like, we don't know enough people to have two separate parties, so this is like a fucking stupid disaster. And it's like, okay, whatever, just like come over when you're done whatever the fuck you're doing, maybe, and bring everyone with you. But that half the time that never happens though, right? Because, you know, people get drunk and whatever, go home, or just pass out, or just don't want to go to another location. And so it's like, okay, that's great, cool, alright, whatever. But there's at least one or two people coming for sure who are not going to the other party. So it's like, god damn it. Alright, that'll do. 2 people's enough. I can make a party with 2 people. Plus David. 4 people in total. Social event of the season. Well, yeah, except it doesn't count if everyone, fine. Then it's like, went from no friends to no friends at an empty party. So we'll see, but hopefully it'll work out. She's a high energy person, so hopefully she can, hopefully she can and will try to encourage people to come over. I don't know. Play classical uncertainty. I know, right? Actually, that's going to be more like Wednesday. I'm doing art stuff on Wednesday, so that'll probably be more. But I'll probably be streaming the art stuff, if not like the... Even if it's I'm not talking to the camera, it might just be like a camera with music on Wednesday. But I'll probably be streaming something. So, Lo-fi and tea, which I mean is pretty much just this channel all the time. So I don't have any tea tonight. Okay, I had pizza instead. nails are feeling a lot smoother now. It's like your teeth, like you don't realize how much you touch your teeth until like one of them's like fucked up or hurts or something. It's the same with your nails. You don't realize how much you touch your hands until something about them is weird. But your body actually constantly checks like fucking all of it all the time, especially like the high importance places like your hands and your face, which is why you touch your face so goddamn much and people don't realize, because you're constantly checking to make sure everything's fine and that there's nothing on it, so you can get rid of it if there is. So when you have something on your nail that's doesn't feel right, it causes great annoyance. That's also why people get into the habits of like chewing their nails and stuff, because we do not like to have anything not smooth on our hands or nails, which is, you know, obviously a biological imperative, because we don't want anything growing or attaching or getting infected, right? Yes, I did do a SWOT analysis. New name, Nailed and Dangerous. You check your face once in the morning and never again. Yeah, but you probably physically touch it with your hands like fucking constantly, and you never know until there's something on it. And you won't even notice until there's something on it you can't get rid of, because if there's something on it then you just flick it away. You don't even notice. Your brain doesn't clue you into that's the thing that you did. Yeah, SWOT is like, what? Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and I can't remember what T is. Something like that. But yeah, it's like a business kind of tool, I guess. Like a chart. You fill in it as a chart usually. Threats. Yeah, I mean the biggest problem with my business is that it's an oversaturated market, but there's lots of oversaturated markets that people are doing well at. As long as you know going in that it's like, okay, well, you got to really work hard to differentiate yourself and to like make sure people want to buy you, and do something a little bit different, something a little bit special, that kind of stuff. Okay, can I go back to work now? Are these fucking functional? They don't need to be perfect yet. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Cool. We'll see you soon. Yeah, that's kind of actually one of the reasons I've started to get interested in kind of all this digital fashion stuff. Because if people are buying digital clothes and want that, like that could be a really cool thing to offer. If it's like, well, you can buy this physical item, and then you can get the digital version to go along with it. And then, hey, if you have, you know, this digital version, you can get like even crazier kind of versions that can't exist in real life, which I think would be a really cool thing to offer. So I'm kind of looking into that right now, actually. I'm kind of seeing what that would look like. that market seems to be trending right now, if nothing else. Even if it's just a kind of a short-term attention-grabbing ploy, it might be worth doing something. Might do it. Get some NFTs going or something. But I mean, and then hey, if it turns out long-term, then that's even better, right?
Yo.
Turns out to be a viable market and not just a trend. That might be interesting. So that's kind of what I'm looking into right now. Okay, I think we're done. Jesus Christ. We're not done. I will pick it up again in 5 minutes. But let's do some work. But yeah, I just kind of, I don't know, I need something that's a little bit different, a little bit quirky, a little bit interesting, because again, I really like dressing in classic style clothes, but I don't wear them classic. Like, I always have something non-conservative about the way I look. Like, I don't look like someone who works in a law office, ever. And it's like, okay, I can't just sell to people who want to look like they work in a law office, because they're not going to listen to me. Like, it's not going to resonate. So it's like, I've got to find a way to connect with other people who want that kind of, those classic pieces, but with a really interesting kind of more avant-garde, kind of more fun flair to them. So it's kind of a bit of an ongoing question for me, how to differentiate. Oh yeah, no, sustainability is so super important. I mean, any new fashion company right now, unless you are literally going to be like one of those little like flash in the pan kind of Chinese quick factory seller, you know what I mean? Like, there's no point without the sustainability, especially for a high-end product, because every person buying high-end anything wants to know that it's all sustainable, it's all ecological, it's all fucking, everything's great and copacetic. So it's definitely, you can't just buy the cheapest fabric, which you're not going to be doing anyways at that level. You can't just buy the cheapest anything. You have to make sure your labor is also, you know, sustainable and human rights. And hi, Dogleg, I love you. She was like, here. Dog rights. I just want pizza. Not a dog right. You're like, well, it should be. How do I strike for that? Yeah, well, all those stupid companies that kept slashing all their stuff, and I think still currently are, but are kind of paying the price for it. And it's like, guys, come on, just get with the picture. We want something a little bit different now. But it's also, I mean, it's funny because it gets a little bit short-sighted too from the other side, where it's like, everyone loves exclusivity, right? But they love buying exclusive things, they love having exclusive things, but these companies that are trying to portray something exclusive then end up in this really tight spot where predicting the demand is so hard. But that's one of the things I really want to do is like, not print on demand, like produce on demand. There's some actually really good factories out there that can do this now, where you get all of your stuff ready to go and they kind of have like everything set up so when someone orders a piece, you make a small piece and then you ship it out, right? Rather than making 500 smalls and, you know, you know, 1,000 mediums and 1,000 larges, and then having to ship out whatever you've got in stock. You can actually get factories now that actually make it to order, which is really cool and way more sustainable. Well, that's the thing. When you're paying for something like a luxury good, most of what you're paying for is actually branding. That costs fucking money. Like, to run marketing campaigns, to run branding, to run, like, those companies usually sponsor a lot of stuff. Like, they'll sponsor fashion shows or art events or, like, good things, right? Like, cultural events. And, like, to get, you know, that kind of advertising where you do see that brand on a celebrity or in a magazine, or, I mean, the luxury brands, they don't even want to be on celebrities. They just want to be, you know, on royalty or on, you know, the wealthy, right? But, like, that's what you're paying for. You're actually paying a lot of the price of a luxury good goes towards the marketing. But people want that. People want a good that they saw in X, Y, and Z places. And so that's what it costs to get that good on those places. And then that's the price of it. To run that runway shows they used to make money because they used to attract actual buyers for stores and stuff, but they don't anymore. Runway shows are a fucking complete losing money proposition. So if you want to wear an item that you saw on the runway, guess what? It's going to be more expensive because you're paying for that runway show. Yeah, exactly. Everyone just thinks about the cost of the item, and it's like, okay, the cost of the item is not just the cost of the item. Like, this company is not only running, like, a factory, obviously, they're also running designers. And if you have, like, the best designers in the world, like, those are artists. Those people, like, you know, could go somewhere else and do their art for another company, but this company is retaining them because they know the name of that designer is of value to their public, to their buying audience, and that costs a lot of money to retain that name. It costs a lot of money to run a multi-million-dollar marketing machine. Plus, there's a whole bunch of, like, stuff like all the behind-the-scenes costs. Like, if you have this giant, like, trademarks and logos and all this stuff, now you have an entire fucking legal department. Like, that's not free. Do you want to, like, if you have one of these exclusive, like, logos or labels or whatever on your outfit, the whole point is exclusivity. So if everyone else can just, like, print that and put it on their own clothes or whatever items, cars, then it's not so exclusive anymore, is it? But in order to keep it exclusive, that company has to pay a fucking legal team. Well, and that's the thing, like, most of these companies, you can tell, like, it's actual quality product, right? Like, that doesn't come for free. Like, they do have to pay for better fabric. They do have to pay for more time to produce because these items are sewn better. They're sewn with different techniques. They're sewn with linings. They're sewn with extra details. Like, there's a lot of time. All these things go into it. It does take longer to sew. It does take longer to prepare. It does, like, sometimes these fabrics have special, like, processes that the fabrics have gone through before they even get sewn. So all of it takes time and money, and it does add up. Plus, they test things constantly. Like, these companies are often at the forefront of new technology for fabric and, like, treatments and patterns and that kind of stuff, right? Like, especially print technology, like how to print on fabric and print on different types of fabric and all that kind of stuff. Like, they're doing cool research and cool projects that actually pay off for the entire industry. But to get that first, like to be the first to do it properly and get it to work, takes time and money. And it takes paying someone who knows what the fuck they're doing and can actually get the success. Yeah, the luxury market is really interesting to me. And again, if this is a mid-sized company, like one of the smaller, like, what am I going to say, like kind of indie labels, which can have the same prices as the luxury labels, stuff like warehousing space, that's a huge cost. Stuff like international customs, that adds up real fast if you're like not a big company and you don't have a team set up for that, because now you need a lawyer for your international fees just to get your stuff off the boat from China, right? Or wherever it's shipped, if it's made in Europe, which a lot of the luxury and high-end stuff is, at least partially. Like, that's a whole nother legal team and or import team, plus warehouse, plus extra warehouse. Like, you can end up having warehouses on both sides of the ocean. Well, and that's the thing too. If a company could, markup like that never exists for long, because competition, like someone else out there will discover that, hey, they made this for $4 and they're selling it for $4,000. Like, let's also do that. But guess what? It doesn't work. When you try to sell your $4 bag for $4,000, no one fucking buys it. Guess what? Why? Because you didn't spend $3,000 on marketing. That's why. Yeah, growth can be a real double-edged sword. That is 100% true. Because especially like when you're working with a small factory, and especially if you have runaway success really quickly, the factory you're working with is obviously hoping that you'll be successful long-term, because they want to, that's how they make money, is they repeat the same patterns over and over again, because then their team gets good at it. But if you get too many orders too quickly, they literally can't fill it. So now you're looking somewhere else. You have to go through the entire process of finding a new factory, or finding more factories, or finding more fabric. It can become a real problem. Well, and it's one of the problems is everything moves so fast. So if you get some viral marketing rush that you weren't expecting, like someone wears your thing to, like, a big show or something that you weren't expecting, it's photographed 1 million times and everyone wants it, but you can't handle those orders immediately, by next month, no one fucking cares anymore. And it's like, well, that was it. That was your shot. Now it's gone. Bye. Yeah, and if you cut corners to fill orders and now everyone who gets your product thinks it's fucking shit, you're done. You're fucking done. Like, you should have just capped orders and said it's exclusive. Sorry, we're sold out this season. But we're taking pre-orders for next season. As long as you take the order and get the money, you can do all right. At the very least, get them on a fucking mailing list. I'm like, sorry, we're sold out this season. Sign up to hear when next season opens. And then fucking get it open within a month before everyone's completely forgotten. And don't let your fucking website crash. Upgrade your fucking server as soon as you get a good push. Oh fuck, I keep doing the same thing here, which is not saving it as and just saving. I need to change the fucking file name. What did Supreme do with artificial demand? Well, and independent labels have to be so careful too, because there's that fine line between customers who want to buy an independent label and don't want to buy a big brand versus like, oh fuck, where's the line for that? And then like, especially if you're trying to transition to big brand luxury, which Supreme isn't really. Supreme is really more of like a streetwear kind of high-end streetwear brand. But it has a lot of those same tropes. It's like you don't want to lose your cool factor by being everywhere or being bad quality or just not being good customer service or whatever, right? Artificial scarcity, yeah. Well, it also depends too, like, are you, like, for a lot of brands, like, that's kind of all, what they want is, like, a small, manageable, independent label that they can, you know, work themselves, that they want to run as their business, as their baby, at the way it is. Like, they want to make a couple designs a year, you know, like a lot of the handbag companies are like that, where it's like, I want to make, you know, 6 handbags a season, and that's it. And then I'm going to do that every season for the next, you know, 15 years, and then maybe I'll sell the company or whatever. But like, that's all they want. That's what they want their day-to-day life to be, is doing that. And it's like, okay, if you do that and you can keep your market in line with that, fucking you're golden. But if you want to transition into a bigger company, it's like, oh, you gotta have some sort of plan to actually do that. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's good when you actually find companies that actually care something for that. But yeah, a lot of the ones in, like, some of the European ones can be really good for that, because they have a real sense of localization to them. Like, they're really proud of their heritage, of their, where they exist, of where they're designed in, and all that kind of stuff. And so when they actually put their money where their mouth is and contribute back to that, it's really good to see. Just not so good at ethical environmental responsibility, right? One, fashion is such a weird industry because it's been so ridiculously slow moving traditionally. It's one of the slowest moving industries traditionally. Although they're starting to fucking pick up speed now. There's a lot of stuff happening that's actually quite fast now. Things like I said, like sew on demand factories, things like print on demand, fabric printing, things like all this, like, as soon as they got into online shipping, like online shopping, it was like, boom, they just kind of kept going. So I think that's really good. But yeah, because I mean, especially because they are such a physical manufacturing based product, and clothing factories are big, old, lumbering things, right? It's a lot of parts, a lot of machines, a lot of heavy, expensive machines that don't move and cost a lot, and people who know how to run them. So yeah, of course you don't want to change things up. Like, you just bought this giant, fucking machine that's worth half your fucking assets. Let's continue doing it the way we've been doing it. What's wrong with that? Oh my god. Oh, I forgot this paper is actually a really long one. It is actually long. I'm like, why is this paper so stupid and long? It's like, oh yeah, because it is. Caring. What's caring? I don't know that one. Oh, it's one of the conglomerates. Got it. Oh, I should have known that one. It's got Yves Saint Laurent. Yves Saint Laurent's one of my favorites. Yves Saint Laurent was actually responsible for revolutionizing the luxury market for ready-to-wear. Prior to, I mean, the rest of the labels were shifting this way, but he got there first. He got the first ready-to-wear luxury shop in France when everyone else was still doing only couture for their luxury lines. A lot of them had separate kind of ready-to-wear lines, but they weren't the same. Like, it wasn't the brand label, it wasn't the big thing. And now you could get designer runway clothes ready to wear. That was in the 70s. Also, Yves Saint Laurent was a protege of Dior. And that's why I like him. Because Dior is my all-time favorite. It's classic Dior. It's the most beautiful fucking shit. Yes, I will. I've got to finish my work first, and then I'm going to plan to take a couple videos before I go to bed. Well, yeah, because they kind of, it was the writing on the wall moment, right? Where everyone had started buying their clothes ready to wear in department stores. People weren't making their clothes anymore, because right up through the war, people, prior to the war, everyone kind of like made their own clothes for the most part. Like, yeah, you could buy stuff in department stores, but it wasn't like the normal thing to do. Even if you did, you would get it like tailor-made to you, tailor-fit to you. When all of a sudden after the war, all of these factories had produced all this clothing, all of these men came back wearing uniforms that, you know, was just fit off a rack. All these women were used to this kind of, you could just buy clothes in a store, and oh my god, isn't that so fucking easy? Like, let's just fucking do that. And so it filtered down. Now no one was buying couture anymore, because why the fuck would you? You can get really nice stuff just on the rack. I mean, now, okay, again, so we were talking about like where all the budget for a luxury item goes. if that label has a couture line, that's where your fucking budget is going, because couture doesn't fucking make money for anyone except Chanel, and even then it's kind of fucking iffy. Like, the couture fashion show that labels put on is solely marketing. It is 100% marketing. They recoup some costs by selling a few items, but they don't make money on it. They lose lots of money on couture shows. They are just marketing. And they cost a fucking lot of money. Because all of those items are individually expensive and the show is expensive. And they spend a lot of time on those items. Again, like I said before, developing new techniques and new trends and new cutting edge technology. So a lot of innovation in the textiles industry comes from. The other places, things like sportswear and stuff, but that's kind of a different market entirely. And even then, some of those overlap. A lot of times, some of those luxury labels will come up with stuff that's useful for sportswear and vice versa. What did I just do? Oh, the 90s was just fucking wild, though. The fashion industry in the 90s is like its own fucking topic. Basically, basically you had all these old guard dying off from everyone who had been around pre-war suddenly started either dying off or retiring, and so all these new positions were up for grabs. You had all these young up-and-coming designers who really didn't know what the fuck they were doing suddenly being thrust into the heads of these companies. And yeah, of course that kind of got fucked real fast. I know, I want to see that movie. It looks so good. It looks really fun. It looks super drama. did start to do a couple videos like a year ago about fashion knowledge and stuff like that. So they exist, they're up there. Maybe one day they'll hit the YouTube algorithm. But then I stopped producing like as many videos, obviously, so I'm, you know, the cardinal rule is to make sure you have 100 videos before YouTube will even touch you. And I definitely do not have 100 videos. I have like quite a few, maybe like 25 or something, but not 100. And I started focusing on other business aspects. Yeah, Natasha Toskovich Designs has a whole bunch of actual filmed videos, not just live streams. It also has a whole bunch of live streams. But yeah, I mean, it was also like me really learning. I mean, that's the whole point of like the beginning YouTube stuff, is that like a lot of it's just learning how to do a video, right? And so it's just this huge time investment, and I'm like, I don't have fucking time for this anymore. But I got a couple videos that actually I never finished, and I should probably post. But I kind of wanted to right now I'm focusing on like social media marketing, but kind of the next thing I wanted to do was like hire one of those, either hire an independent freelance video editor or just like one of those video editing companies where like you just send them the footage and then they send you back a video every week, right? Because it's the editing. I don't have time for fucking editing every week. You know, because it got to that point where I was just dreading sitting down to do all the fucking editing, and I'm like, this is dumb. Why am I doing this if I fucking hate this editing so much? But one of the things I'd like to do is kind of do that kind of stuff more of a live stream format, and then like just send the fucking live stream video to someone to be like, hey, here's the fucking like, you know, the audio file of me talking for an hour about X, Y, and Z topic, and then, you know, please intersperse this with lots of like photo cuts and video cuts and stock footage, etc., right, to make it more visually interesting, because a lot of the videos are just me sitting there staring into the camera, right? Because I didn't have time to do more editing than that. But then I did have a couple of videos where I paid a friend to do some editing and actually put some extra stock footage and stuff in. So a couple of those, but most of them were just me editing. So it was like I just stand there. Yeah, it's kind of on my back burner right now, but it's definitely still possible. I think that YouTube channel actually has like 75 subscribers right now, so it's not nothing. Yeah, I've seen some for decent prices where it's like, that's totally within my budget if you actually like, you know, like for 4 videos a month or 1 video a week or kind of something like that, you know, 10-minute video, it's like, that would be fine. I don't need a whole bunch of work. It's not, it's me giving information, like, please put pictures and stock footage in here and like the intro and the outro with some music. You know, put some background music on. Please cut any fucking parts that should be cut kind of editing work, right? So, and I'm so not a fucking micromanager in that regard. Like, fucking Radha can tell you, I'm like, fuck it, it's good to go. Are there no spelling errors? Fucking post it. Done. Don't give a shit. Because again, like, especially with all this stuff, like, there's no point in being a perfectionist in it, because most of it is never going to see an audience bigger than 100 people until something finally hits. And then at that point, it's like, okay, now start focusing on quality, because now people might actually care. But even then, it's like, mostly just keep churning out stuff. The more you fucking put out there, as long as it's a minimum quality level, it's fine. I don't need the details. Well, let me know if, if you want to do any video kind of work and stuff, because it's something I do want to get back into. I think it was a good internet presence. Once TikTok made everyone an editor. Ha 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 ha. Oh my god, fuck that. Like, I can edit on TikTok, no problem, but fucking editing a real video is just so much fucking work. Editing on TikTok is a lot of work too, but nothing like a fucking 10-minute video. Well, and just honestly, even stuff like just looking, like taking the time to look for like stock photos and stock video footage, and then save it with an appropriate name so you can find it again, and then actually like load all that shit into the program. It's like, that fucking takes forever. I don't want to fucking do that. Yeah, well, and I mean, so much of TikTok stuff, it's like, this wouldn't, like, it's so designed for short form. Anything long would, like, not work with it. But honestly, with that, what editing program do I use on my phone for longer videos? I think I use Shotcut or something. What is it called? InShot. InShot is actually really good. I use that for longer videos on my phone, and it has a lot of, like, TikTok-like editing features, but you can do longer videos on it. I like that. I do that whenever I need to like time-lapse a video for TikTok. Use that one. Oh god, yeah, and then when it fucking crashes, and you're like, are you fucking kidding me? Where's my fucking file? Give it to me! But I actually did really good with that, getting a video up every week for quite a while. Like, I was actually really good at being consistent, considering how inconsistent I am at most things. Felt really good about that for about half a year. And then I'm like, I can't keep up. Whenever I hit this power bar, my ring light like shifts in brightness, and I'm like, that's probably not a good sign. That was the other thing. I started like to run out of ideas that were easy, and I'm like, okay, something else for a while. And it was stupid because I had like a book full of like more ideas, but I'm like, I don't want to do any of this. So I have lots of ideas I could do, Anna, when I do get back into it. Yeah, I think also maybe if I hadn't been, again, like kind of on my own. Oh, sugar face, that was so good. Did you see that? Like if I had someone, like I'm such a coworker, right? So I didn't know about coworking when I was doing that. Maybe if I did it now and I could like do it with coworking, it would be better. And like I said, like if I can record the original content as a live stream, it might be less fucking depressing for me. And then like edit as coworking, that might be more functional for me. But again, I don't want to. It also got to the point where it was like, it's the same thing with social media where it's like, okay, this isn't my skill, like this isn't my talent, this isn't what I studied for, this isn't what I went to school for, this isn't what I've trained for, this isn't what I care about. I don't want to become a great video editor. I don't want to become a social media marketer. Like this is not, why am I wasting my time trying to do something badly when there's other people out there who've spent their whole careers learning how to do it excellently, and there's people out there who want to learn to do it excellently and I can pay them less for. Like my time is better spent on other things than learning how to be a great video editor when I don't want to be a video editor. It just kind of, it became like one of those like time cost propositions where it's like, this is too many hours a week for me to be putting into this until I can pay someone to do it for me. Or like if I'd had someone to be able to like trade for, you know, it's like, okay, well if you edit this video, I will, you know, do X, Y, and Z or whatever, right? But fucking edit your text or whatever, right? But yeah, it just kind of became like a non-functional time cost. Yeah, right. Otherwise you end up a sad, narcissistic YouTube with 1 million subscribers and you hate your life. Exactly. You get a text, right? What happens if you get that feeling when you're on the decks, though? Now you're fucking fucked. Yeah, if someone else is with you, it's much more fun. That was the thing, right? Like, I feel like if I'd been trying to do this maybe in a place where I knew people who also wanted to come over and work with me, that would have been, might have lasted longer. Or who wanted to, like, film with me or something, right? Like, come over and let's talk about clothes. Like, come over and let's get dressed up. Like, here, I'll make you a wardrobe. Like, here, I'll talk about how to work with the clothes you have, or how to, where your clothes came from, or whatever, right? Like, but, yeah. But yeah, I just try to roll with it now. It's like, okay, well, I don't want to do YouTube anymore. What do I want to do? Okay, do that thing. It's like, all right, well, I'm doing social media now. Okay, roll with that. And when I don't want to do that anymore, it's like, okay, well, let that sit and fucking do the next thing. As long as I can do something consistently for at least a little while, and it's like it can make some sort of traction. Some traction is better than no traction, even if that some traction is not as great as a year's worth of continued traction. It's like, if I'm not going to get the year in anything, I might as well get a couple months out of something. Until I can pay someone to get the year. What have you done? Why have you done this? Just missing an entire, the opening for your parentheses. And you did it again. Why did you do it twice? Parentheses have to be paired. You've been looking for that in writing, video production, and business, including recreational stuff like traveling. Well, traveling is great because, I don't know, if you're going somewhere new, I feel like you really do have a new experience. Like, unless you're really in the wrong headspace for it. Like, it's not gonna solve a different type of problem, but it will solve a boredom problem. And an inspiration problem.
Yo.
That thing's still going. I guess I will adjust it. Okay, well, our computer's also frozen, so now's a good time to adjust the timer. Hi, sugar. Your little face. God, no. No, 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 no. Not as enlightening alone, yeah. It's nice to be with someone else who cares about it too. More of a fun experience, right? I also feel like when you're, like, the younger you are, the more traveling alone is really fun, and then as you get older, it's like, well, you want to be with, you know, the people you like. But then again, I don't know, my mom loves fucking traveling on her own, still. But normally, she travels with family, but definitely takes a vacation by herself frequently. Working for the weekend to work for the weekdays. Yeah. Wow, your friends, I don't know, they missed an opportunity. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, there's something to be said for if you spend all this time doing that kind of stuff when really it's like, okay, it's gonna get boring eventually. You gotta figure out the next thing to do, and kind of what it's not doing for you, right? Give me a slice of cake. That's excellent. Yeah, I mean, I think the most important thing I ever learned about social situations was that whenever you put in an amount of effort, you have to put in twice the amount you think they're putting in, because they're going to feel like they're putting in twice the amount you're putting in, kind of regardless of how much you're putting in. So always, if you think you're only putting in 50%, you're waiting for them to put the other 50% in, they think you're only putting in 25%. So you have to put in 100% of what you think the effort required is in order for them to put in anything. And then you'll be fine, because then they'll think they're putting in 100% of the effort too, and then you're good. But yeah, if you try to put in less than that, you ain't gonna get anywhere, unless you already have an established relationship, which, you know, will not last forever if you don't put the effort in too. Yeah, it's like going, I don't know if you were ever, when you were a kid and you hit someone and you're like, well, hit me back the exact same amount you hit me, and they always hit you harder, right? Like, it feels different when you're doing it than when it happens to you. And you just kind of have to, like, and deal with that if you want to make it work for new relationships. Once you find solid ones, then it settles, and kind of you don't feel that way forever. You start spelling diagram wrong repeatedly. Who the fuck told you to do this? I've had it right before. We remind? No, don't remind anything. Just remove that whole part of the sentence. Didn't go see, I'm so confused because usually I go through a paper and I will put paragraph breaks in before I start to edit it, and I thought I'd done it to this one, but I had not, and I'm like, why are these paragraphs so fucking terrible? I'm like, why did I leave it like this? Oh, because I didn't actually fucking do it. Like kind of test grades, sport achievement, social interaction, kind of everything. Yeah, it can get pretty fucking exhausting, right? When you're like putting in everything you can and not getting anywhere, it seems like. Yep. Especially ADD, when you're like, what the fuck? Why is it easier for other people? Can I need to move this computer closer to me? I feel like it's like too far away. It's straining to see it. Oh god, drop everything. There we go.
Yo.
Oh, what did I just do? Yeah, I did it. Okay. Oh, I moved the pizza and you can smell it. I'm sorry, I moved it further away from you, not closer. Go back to sleep, my friend. And I think it's also so easy to get, like, absolutely skewed ideas of things, too, where you're like, everyone's doing all these things, and it's like, no, everyone's doing one specific thing. You just want to do everything. It's like, oh, fuck, yeah. I mean, that's what, I don't know, I struggle with that anyways. It's like, how are they so much better at this than me? It's like, well, because that's the only thing they fucking do. Oh. Ontario averages as the third cleanest producer of energy in the world. Is that because we still have a whole bunch of nuclear power? And everyone else has like shut down all their nuclear plants? I know, I mean, BC is all about hydro energy, so I always thought that was pretty decent. If you got the hydro, you might as well make the energy. Touching that stupid light with my foot. I suppose I should reset that timer, shouldn't I? Hi, Shug. You want love? You can have love, but you can't have pizza. The pizza's way over there. I don't think the trend away from nuclear is really in corporate greed, though. I think it's really in terms of like social concern, right? Like nuclear has a fucking image problem and it needs to fucking do better at fucking fixing people's fears. Like, regardless of what the facts are, people think it's dangerous. And until that is not the case, it's a problem. Yeah, no, I get that hydro is a particular it's not functional everywhere. It's functional where it's functional, and that's it. You went down, sugar. You look antsy. Let's put you down. You want love? I'm gonna give you love. Come hang out with me. Or do you want to do around? Oh, he's in his sleep? Okay, that's fine too. I like that even better. Light, would you fucking quit it? Cute. I feel like when you're fucking... What are those, CFL bulbs in a fucking office? It's my own fault because I keep kicking it. Okay, is this paper done? Next. Wow, this dog being so fucking good. Holy shit. All of your commas in the wrong places. Really relaxing background. Okay. Next, JMSE. What's this one? Yeah, I guess if you're saying like oil companies are trying to encourage the dangerous perception, that's a pretty hard lobby to fight against. Yeah, I thought she wanted to get down, but then she just went to sleep, so hey, I'll take it. One man me. Oh, have a good one. Yeah, well, I mean, I think those are two different parts of Gen Z. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think you have the ones who are buying thrift and walking everywhere and don't have a driver's license even, and that kind of stuff, right? As well as the ones who are doing the rest of it. They paid none. Oh no. That is shame. Shame. I don't know, I guess I don't really think of oil as like a household power thing, but that might just be because of where I have lived. Do oil companies produce like household / industrial power for a lot of places? I presume in the States. What you doing? Legs getting a little crunchy. Got all those legs. Moving too warm. Moving too warm. You wanna go down? Okay, let me kiss you. You make me free. Good snuggles. Good snuggles though. that's interesting. Had an extensive residential school education first. That's really neat. I mean, it's really good. The hatred against Canada sometimes exceeded the love for oil. Oh my goodness. Oh, this fucking latex file is formatted terribly. If it can be said that, just say it. You don't need to say, it can be said that. Why is your conclusion like 2 pages long? That's too long for a conclusion. Should be part of your fucking discussion. Oh, I was gonna say none of my favorites today have had appendix, but this one has a fucking appendix.